You have to try this.
Okay, just a bite.
Hey everyone, welcome to an extra kinky edition of Social Takeout, small bites of social discussion. I'm Sarai.
And I'm Jeremy. So go give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. We'll wait. Keep waiting. Are you done yet?
Also, we have a new feature on our website after a number of you have told us that you don't listen on Apple Podcasts. So now you can leave a review or a comment directly on our website, hellosocialtakeout.com. So go tell us how much you like our show.
Yeah.
And check out our TikTok and Instagram. And every now and then we're also on Facebook.
Once in a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're still there for our parents. But I have a question for everyone. Do you like feet?
Yeah, well, we know you do.
No.
Okay, so we are talking about fetishes and kinks today. And surprise, surprise, one of us has personal experience with a foot fetish. Looking at you, girl.
So what is a fetish and how is it different from like a preference or attraction?
Okay, so according to a Reddit post, which is in the reference materials, I'm just going to read this for you. It's a little bit of a rant, but it's, I think, accurate. Okay. Fetish is probably one of the most misused terms today. While the word has effectively morphed from its original meaning, much like, quote, literally, it still is commonly used incorrectly, even with the modern definition. Okay, so strictly and historically speaking, a fetish must meet 2 main criteria. 1, be an inanimate object. Some include situations as well, with no sexual connotation attached to it. So think like a chair fetish. And 2, must be essential to the fetishist's arousal, i.e. you can't get off without it. So chair fetish can't come without looking at a chair or something, you know?
Okay.
So it goes on to say, as you can see, using this definition, most people who claim to have a fetish do in fact not have one. However, a more modern take on fetish drops both of these definitions, making the criteria much less strict. So the more modern definition is 1, any body part or body part is subcategorized as partialism. I was like, what? Partialism over fetishism.
Yeah.
So object or action that normally has no sexual connotation. And 2, must be significant, so majorly part of your sexual identity. So you like feet, but you don't need them to get off, but you prefer,
Okay.
you know?
All right.
So and the second definition is what is more widely used today.
Okay.
And that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about this strict, inanimate object, non-sexual, sexual thing. Okay, so what are kinks?
Okay. Let me read this out to you. A kink, on the other hand, is a broader term that encompasses a bunch of alternative sexual interests, preferences, or fantasies that go beyond your run-of-the-mill missionary sex. What's wrong with missionary sex? All right. It might include BDSM, role-playing, or impact plays such as spanking and whipping. Oh my God, I'm reading it like a newscaster. But or spanking or whipping.
I know. Tonight at 7, BDSM and role-playing. Okay, so how many fetishes and kinks can you name?
Oh God. I just know. Put me on the spot there. I just know all the gross ones, just because of the fact that those are the ones I would never do. Gross meaning for me.
I was gonna say, let's not be judgy. To each their own. As long as you are doing things with a consenting adult or an object like a chair that doesn't need to consent, do your thing.
Yeah, for example, water sports is a very common thing that I've seen even on gay dating apps where people actually upfront ask, and it's very common. I did not know this. I've actually dated people who were into it. I've not done it.
Really?
Yeah, like
Uh,
it's very common.
I don't remember who. Well, I remember, but I won't say who was telling me about this sex club that they went to,
Oh yes, I think I know who you're talking
and
about.
well, I don't know if you know, but
Okay.
so he was saying that at the sex club, they have a water sports area and it's just like a bathtub right next to the bathroom. So, and like people can get in it and wait. So, like, if you got to go to the bathroom, you could either go into the bathroom or pee on the people in the tub.
So I don't know if this is the same person, but do I know this person?
I don't think you know this
Oh, okay,
person.
cool. So there is someone that we both know has actually said the story as well, where there's a club in Berlin where you actually
Oh,
go. It's a dance floor, and over the dance floor, it's kind of like a cage, like a like a grill floor. So
okay.
you're dancing on the ground floor, but it's like a rain because people upstairs are peeing while
Oh,
you're dancing. So it
no.
just falls down constantly.
Oh, but
And you yeah.
but your clothes.
Oh God, you're worried about their clothes. I don't think they've
It's
been wearing clothes. I think they're probably naked. It's like a sex club.
I'm
You're not
really
wearing like a
trying
full
to
blown
not
gown.
be I'm really trying to not be judgy. Like, if this is their thing, it's okay. Just,
Yeah.
I really don't want to be peed on.
But you know what? If that turns you on. But do you
Go
have
for
any
it.
though? Any
Look, that in the script. Okay, yeah, you're supposed to ask me. I was like, I'm supposed to ask you that. No. Do I have any kinks or fetishes?
Yeah.
Not really. I just like really good sex, so
What is really good sex? Like, I mean, that is like that itself could be a fetish or a kink. What is good to you?
yeah, just like really engaging sex, like where you're completely focused on the task at hand. Like I want hours of sex. I don't want like 10 minutes, you know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
You're worn
so
out. God.
well, that's the goal. But so in during my master's degree,
Yeah.
I sold pictures of my feet.
Oh, intrigue me.
So basically, I don't even remember what app I was on. It was something that was not related to like fetishes or porn or anything.
That's where they
And
hide.
it is, yeah. And some guy messaged me and was like, I'll give you $20 for a picture of your feet. And I was like, make it make it 65 and I'll send you a video of me getting a manicure with that money, like a pedicure.
Oh my God.
So like he it wasn't Cash App, it was like Google Wallet or something at the time. So he Google Walleted me $60 and sent me his email and the nail technician thought I was crazy, but I just filmed the whole thing like of my feet. I even let him pick the color,
Oh my
sent him that
God.
video. I mean, it's like it felt like sending someone a video of me like I don't know, chopping or like doing something completely
Getting a makeup done
non-sexual.
sort of
Yeah,
idea.
exactly. Like
Yeah.
it was like it didn't harm me at all and I got a mani-pedi out of it. So
Speaking of like foot fetish, did you know feet
uh,
are just like second behind sex organs as the most commonly eroticized body part?
I
This was
did not
news to
know
me.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, what?
this was news to me. It is actually very common. A lot of people are actually into feet. Also, it's important to
Okay.
mention that the sexual attraction that this guy actually had for you, um,
Mhm.
it is called podophilia.
So, like, for me, selling the feet pics and video was very strange because, like, A, I have very big feet, and B, like, I've been made fun of for my feet, like, basically my entire life. So then I was like, oh, someone wants, like, pictures of my feet for sexual purposes? This is
Yeah.
weird.
So he liked
Yeah.
what about the feet did he like though? Did he say? Did he mention?
No, nope,
Okay.
nope, didn't ask.
He
I
just
was
wants
just
to
like, here you
see it
go.
too, like not like actually be there.
Yeah, like I think he was in a different state even. Like we
Okay.
were not anywhere near each other. I really feel like it was on Facebook. It was like either Facebook or Instagram or something like just normal, it wasn't like and so that's the thing, like I don't want to say like a foot fetish is abnormal because obviously it's not. A lot of people like feet and that's fine.
Yeah, it's
It's
completely
just
fine.
yeah.
There's also scientific reasoning behind why people like feet in a way. Apparently, the dummy
Why?
down version of the scientific thing, because I can't remember those words,
Okay.
is the areas of the brain that controls genital pleasure and foot pleasure are neighbors. So it's kind of like for him, like you touch his dick, you touch his feet. It's like, oh my god, which one are you touching? I don't
Okay,
know.
but then why is it like he likes someone else's feet? Like I could if you give me a good foot massage, like I am ready to have sex,
Yeah.
period.
Some people are
But
just
like,
turned on by like, particular footwear or like nail polish,
okay,
smell.
well, ooh, okay.
Foot odor is apparently a fetish.
Foot odor.
Yeah.
Okay. See, this is very educational for me. I had no idea.
Oh, you like it, don't you?
No, I don't. I'm always like trying to put Marcus's shoes out in the hallway. Like, oh, like, get it out of here.
Also, you may like this though.
Hmm.
There is a BDSM context to the whole thing as well. Am I calling
Okay.
you out here?
I'm listening.
So it is like a power exchange, like worshiping the foot sort of
Hmm.
idea. So kind of like you lick my boot.
Oh. Hmm.
Sort of situation. There's a big community, like a subgroup of
But
fetish.
so, like, who gets the sexual gratification from licking the boot?
I I think both do. It's how the whole I am more dominant than you sort of idea, like you're putting the foot on the person's mouth or something. I don't do this.
Okay.
I'm talking as if I'm like an expert on BDSM. But
Coming up next, Jeremy speaks expertly on BDSM and bondage.
I'm gonna be like
Um,
handcuffs, but
Now I can talk about some handcuffs. Um, no, yeah, that doesn't turn me on like dominating someone or yeah, no,
yeah,
no
but
thanks.
it's been part of like our culture like since ancient times. Like even in the Bible,
Mhm.
Lazarus' sister Mary. Let me take the ton ton ton.
I
All
was
the
gonna
Christians
say,
out
where's
there.
this going?
Lazarus' sister Mary anointed Jesus' feet with oil and washed them with her hair, an act considered by Christians to be the greatest form of respect. See, even Jesus liked his cake non-vanilla. So,
Oh.
God, I'm like burning in the pits of hell.
Yeah, maybe you should tell your parents not to listen to this one.
At least I'll be with
Um,
Lil Nas, but
yeah, you can get on that stripper pole right behind him. Um, yeah, so like there's a bunch of stuff in the Bible that's like like sexually questionable, right? Another fetish that Jeremy is very passionate
what?
about is pregnancy
Oh,
fetish.
shut up.
So why don't you describe this for us?
Okay, so it's also known as like myciophilia. I think that is how you say it. Okay, if you're into this, please comment to us. But
Uh-huh.
it is a context where pregnancy is seen by individuals or cultures as an erotic phenomenon. So it may involve sexual attraction to women who are pregnant or appear pregnant, attraction to lactation, my God, or attraction to particular stages of pregnancy, such as impregnation or childbirth. See, to me, this actually seems a lot more natural because a sexual attraction, what is it innately, like instinct wise? It's basically to create babies, to
I
procreate.
guess.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
having that sort of attraction,
Not for all of us, but
not for
yes.
me as especially, but but for say straight people who actually want kids, um, this seems like something that's a lot more natural. Also, you know how some people actually get turned on by saying like, I want to have babies with you. Like they actually say that.
Ooh.
And it's like a
Yeah.
turn on to people. So I think
A
this falls
guy
in that.
said this to me one time. No, he said, I want to get you pregnant. And it was just like,
Yeah.
my pussy shut down completely. It was like, nope.
It just,
Just like
it just
closed
became
up.
like completely closed. But
Yes.
but a friend of mine is actually into this. Well, not a friend of mine. A friend of mine, her fiance.
Uh-huh.
So I was meeting them, hanging out with them a couple of weeks ago, actually, in Canada. And I remember him particularly telling her, I can't wait for you to get pregnant. And she was like,
Mm.
what? And I was like, what? And, you know, like with that belly. And he was also a little drunk. He was saying that the body shape of her when she's pregnant would actually really turn him on, which is really cute, by the way. A lot of guys, I
Yeah.
feel like, would be like, ignoring their women if they're pregnant or whatever, but he was
Let's hope
actually
not.
looking forward to it. Yeah, he was actually looking forward to it.
All right.
So that could be considered a fetish, I guess.
Well, there was one thing that I read. I like this was years and years ago, but it was talking about how women want to be skinny because they think that men prefer that or enjoy that more. And then, like, they questioned the other half of these relationships, so the male partner, and they were like, we would prefer it if our women were just slightly chubbier,
Yeah,
you know?
it's the
So
idea
maybe
that
it's that.
childbearing sort of idea,
Yeah,
isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
But so okay, now let's talk about famous kinks. Oh God, my Alexa is always just like trying to butt into the conversation. Shut up. Okay, so
She's like, I'm
now
kinky too.
she's like, I have kinks. Let me tell you. Um, let's talk about famous kinks and fetishes. So like celebrities,
Okay, so of course, let's start with the foot fetish. There seems to be a lot of stars who like feet.
like who?
So my favorite, Enrique Iglesias. He's actually super cute. If you don't know him,
Okay.
he can lick my feet all day. I'll even give him some honey on the feet.
Oh
But
my God.
Ricky Martin is another one.
Okay.
Representing gay people. And Jack Black, I'm not surprised by this at all. He looks like he likes feet. Looks like a foot, everything.
What is I was gonna say, what does someone who likes feet look like? But there you
Yeah,
are.
like something about him just, I mean, he is kind of hot in some way, I feel.
I
But
think he is. Yeah.
yeah, in some way, shape, or form, he's actually kind of hot. But there's something about him that's also like kind of dirty.
There was this TikTok video I saw yesterday, and it was like stars who are so hot they're ugly, and then stars who are ugly they're or so ugly they're hot, and he was on the list.
He's ugly hot for sure.
Yeah,
It's kind of like
absolutely.
Pitbull.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, there's also Ludacris, Christian Slater, Quentin Tarantino. All these
Okay.
people are into feet. So get on it with guys.
So we talked about water sports, and I think that we all know that R. Kelly is a pedo weirdo who likes to pee on people during sex. Um, so this type of fetish is called Eurolognia.
Yeah. How do I know
Okay.
this?
Yeah, how do you know this?
I don't know.
Explain yourself.
Urology.
Okay. And so I discovered during my brief tenure as a gay man online that this is a super common question or preference that is asked and specified on dating apps right up front. So you said this earlier, but it's just like, I think it's called water sports on the apps. And I was like, what is that?
Oh God.
You had to explain it to me. She's like,
Oh
what? Huh?
yeah. You like
Yeah.
sports? Like they like sportswear?
Like
Okay.
water skiing or
On that note, I have to also, it's continued with it. There's something called Gold Rush. You know what that is?
I have no idea.
So it is when someone likes to pee in you.
Oh.
So that is a continuation of water sports. Whew.
Well,
Anyways.
okay. I'm trying to be open-minded. I guess, you know, I
And it's
wouldn't
very
want
common.
anyone to do this in me.
All right. There's also Kirsten Stewart, the girl from Twilight. Remember her?
Yeah.
So supposedly she has a thing for armpits. God.
What? That's an actual fetish? I feel
Yes.
like we're being super offensive, by the way. Like, this wasn't it the intent of the episode. I think just like
I
talking
think
about
it's
sex
just
with Jeremy is just like super uncomfortable.
Imagine
Yeah.
she gets like a deodorant ad. She's
Oh, that would be funny.
no, I feel like she could actually totally do it. But this armpit fetish is also called what? Mushalagnia, I think. Who comes up with these damn names? It's not even close to armpits.
I,
But let's just go.
like you do know things like have Latin and Greek names.
Whatever, their fetish. Armpit fetish. That's it.
Mashalagnia. I just asked
Mushalagnia.
Google.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So another thing that supposedly Russell Brand has a fetish for is called air sex,
What the fuck?
which is a performance. Okay. So it's like, is it a fetish? Is it like this weird Japanese thing? Okay.
What?
So air sex is a performance activity invented in Japan where clothed men and sometimes women, but less so, simulate sexual activity with an invisible partner, often in like an exaggerated manner and set to music. And there are competitions for air sex. So, like, think playing air guitar.
Oh my god. I'm gonna Google this after this.
Yeah. Well, if you go down to our reference materials under air sex, there is Air Sex Championship. It's a 1-minute video. Everyone should watch it.
Oh my god. So it's kind of like they act like they're getting done.
Or they're doing the doing.
But the person's not actually there. And people are just
Right,
watching.
it's an invisible person. They do it to music. It's like
Oh my
they've got
god,
a
I love
shtick.
Japan.
Yeah.
They come up with like the weirdest shit. Okay.
Yes.
I think a really common fetish is also exhibitionism, which is actually really popular in Berlin. So
Yes. Have you? Okay. Sorry.
Tiergarten?
I was on a picnic in Tiergarten, and this man was just very confidently walking with an open button-down shirt and nothing else. Just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I think he maybe had a sock over his penis and was just walking around enjoying the day.
I was actually talking to two of my friends recently, both gay guys in Berlin, and
Mhm.
they were talking about like areas in Berlin where you can actually get, hooked
Yeah.
up. That
Oh,
for gay people. And there are certain
I
areas
thought
you
that
just go there. It's like a park,
I thought
and
that was going somewhere else. Okay.
no, like an outdoor place. Like it's normally like a park or a bush or something that you just go and you just have sex. It's like kind of like an open air thing. Yeah, it's very common here. I would be very scared to do this, but Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smiths, Will Smiths, are they still together? I know.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is an exhibitionist and says she loves having sex with her husband in public spaces, which can be erotic. I've
I
done
think
public
so.
spaces.
I've always been like turned on at the thought, and then like actually doing it, it's like, nope,
Question.
can't concentrate. We gotta go.
You've never
What?
had sex in a public space?
No.
Oh my god.
Not more public than a car.
Well, car is about in the car, yeah. I've done a graveyard, but anyways.
Wait a second. You cannot gloss past that one. Go back. Were you fucking a vampire? Like, what?
That was the idea. It was Halloween night. I was dressed up as Catwoman. He was dressed up as a police officer. I was tied against a cross, basically.
Okay, wait a second. I had to take my glasses off for that one. Okay, you're dressed as Catwoman. Describe your outfit.
I actually rented it. It was like completely latex, and I was actually on 5-inch heels too. My feet were killing me. I actually have a scar, like right, like where my just over my navel, because the security came around. This was like 4 a.m. We saw these flashlights coming, and I jumped the fence. But the top of the fence had this sharp area, like a thorn
Yeah.
to avoid people like us coming and having sex in the graveyard, I guess. So that's sort of like,
people's graves.
yeah, so that's like scraped my body. So I actually still to this day have a mark. So every time I see it, I'm like, ugh.
I mean, hopefully it was good.
I had sex over Mr. Thomas, but
all right. So something else that's a little out there is so Shaq, who is a sports ball player, is what's called a bloodhound, or he has what's called menophilia, which
wait a minute,
means he likes menstrual blood.
Oh.
Yeah. But so like, I mean, I'm not opposed to having sex on my period. Like, not that it turns me on, but
no, but is he specifically attracted to the blood? Like, for example, he'll go digging in the garbage to get all the used tampons.
Oh, gross. God. I don't have that level of knowledge of his situation exactly, but I sincerely hope he's not digging in the garbage. I feel like he has enough money where he can just like have period sex with a girl every day. Like.
Or, what are those things called? Diva cups?
Oh, God. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Take shots. But if you know, you know.
I just really want to reiterate to our listeners that we are not being judgy. We're just severely uncomfortable.
I know.
Like, if this is your thing, this is great. We support you. Do your thing. Enjoy your life. Okay.
Anyways, speaking of blood, Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
She has something called hematolagnia, or otherwise known as blood play. So this sounds dangerous. What the fuck?
Yeah, so I remember she was wearing like a vial of what's his name? Billy Bob Thornton. Weren't they married or something?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, she was wearing a vial of her partner's blood to an award show. So like, apparently it's a part of BDSM, like a fringe part of it, where the people engaging in sex will cut each other.
Oh God, that does not, okay, there I draw a line. I'm like, the moment you start like cutting each other and putting blood on each other, this
seems extreme.
Yeah, it's a little too extreme. I'm like, even pain is okay, but the moment blood is part of it, it's
as long as they're both consenting adults,
yeah.
I like, as long as I'm not forced to participate.
What about she starts wearing his limbs?
Okay, this I think is called murder.
You don't have to kill a person to get his limb out. And it was consenting. Oh God.
I'm just gonna have some tea.
That went a dark path real fast.
I'm just gonna be quiet.
No, you need to continue with the interesting part.
No. Okay, so the last one we wanted to talk about is James Franco. Mm-hmm. So he apparently gets turned on whenever he sees rabbits.
Oh God. Like rabbits having sex.
No, like just bunnies, like bunny rabbits. Like they don't have to be doing anything. He just sees them and he's like, oh yeah, turned on.
Most people find them cute.
They are cute. Yeah. He finds them really sexy. So like I tried to find to see if this was an actual fetish, but it seems to just be his individual thing.
I don't know if it's even, so he just gets turned on by rabbits. Wouldn't that be falling under bestiality though?
Well, he's not having sex with rabbits. He's just turned on by looking at them or touching them. I guess, I don't know, but I don't think
I know exactly. That's still bestiality.
No, I don't think he's having sex. Like bestiality is having sex with the animal, which is wrong because animals can't consent.
Who's going to talk for the rabbits, right?
Yeah, he's not fucking the rabbit, right?
I feel like he's hiding some things, but
I don't know. But I don't think you even could. Like, have you ever held a rabbit, they will not cooperate. You know what I mean? Like, they do whatever the fuck they want.
Oh my god, if he has like a rabbit pet, my god.
Even the tamed ones, like, they have claws, they, you know, like, kick. They're not gonna, if they do not want to be held, they will not be held. You know what I mean?
So he's like petting the rabbit and like, ooh.
Or even just looking. He says rabbits turn him on.
He's having sex with his partner and there's a rabbit right next to them. So he doesn't look at it.
Yikes.
So weird. Yeah, I should look more into this.
Right, sure. You know, maybe you found a new thing for yourself. I mean, Easter did just pass.
That's true.
Okay.
Pregnant rabbits. Perfect.
Oh, yep. Yeah. So,
Pregnant
Jeremy, why don't on our Patreon you tell us more about your pregnancy fetish?
I don't have a pregnancy fetish. I can't even have one. It's directly connected to women.
Since I know you really want to, you know, knock someone up.
Oh, God. No. That is so good.
All right, guys. We're going to switch to our Patreon where Jeremy is going to walk us through some foot foreplay ideas.
Yuck.
This was your idea, okay?
I know.
So you don't get to say yuck.
So you can make more money.
Yeah, I'm all set. But really, if anyone wants pictures of my feet, it's $65 euros now. So thank you for listening. We will see you next week. Go check out our Instagram and TikTok and other social media.
Yeah, and if you have $5 to spare a month, come listen to us talk about foot fetish more.
Yes, and honestly, pay the $5, binge the episodes, cancel. You know, pay $5 again in 6 months. It's fine. We love you. Okay, everyone.
All right. Bye.
Bye.